Hey, I got a question for you guys, huh? I'm confused, huh? Everybody going to go into a game, huh? They all got to have the shot, right? Everybody got the shot, huh? So then they're gonna wear a mask too, huh? Okay. So you all got the shot. You all wear a mask. Why limit the capacity? Huh? Why you doing what you're doing if what you're doing is not doing anything for what you're trying to do? Huh?
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1, drop!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, so we got the Calgary Flames tonight. It's 20 below zero outside, and Spencer Knight is playing. Not that one thing has anything to do with the other, but I think we were all kind of expecting Bobrovsky tonight because we've got the back-to-back Thursday and Friday. So either Bob's getting both of those or Spencer's getting 2 of the next 3 nights. 6 of one, half dozen of another. He hasn't played in a while, so hopefully he's rested and ready and not rusty. See how that works? So what else we got? This is Sam Bennett's return to Calgary. Also Ryan Lomberg, but also Sam Bennett. Unfortunately, as you guys noticed in the introduction, he will be playing not exactly to a full crowd, like an almost empty crowd. Not going to say anything more about that other than doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it makes any sense to anyone. So hopefully Sam Bennett can have a game. Beautiful thing there. What else we got? We got Mason Marchment sliding in. Some interesting moves here. A couple of things I'm not so sure. Why? What? So Marchment is healthy, so he's playing in. But then instead of just taking Mammon and just making him a scratch, we moved Mammon back to the taxi squad and brought up Heponiemi, and Owen Tippett came back up as well. I didn't realize Tippett's stint in the AHL would be that short. I know he had 4 assists, but that still means he still hasn't scored a goal. I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought he was going to be down for a little bit longer. And the more important thing is I like Mammon should be in the lineup. Now I get Marchment's worked his way back into being healthy. You want to get him in the lineup. That's fine. I can understand that. Hopefully it is just to get him on the ice and get him a game, and then we see Mammon come back on Thursday. I like Marchment, but I like Mammon better. So, all right. Do not be fooled. These teams, especially Calgary, all right, after what we put the whooping on them last time, these guys, these Canadian teams are going to want a piece of our ass. This is not going to be 7-1. It's not going to be pleasant. I wouldn't be surprised if we are not getting the first goal tonight. All right, you usually don't have a huge energetic push on the road. Let's get 2 points out of this, but it ain't going to be easy. Well, what did I tell you? 2-0 Calgary after 1. It could be 2-1. It could be 4-0. We just do not have the same, and this, look, we don't have the same energy on the road as we do at home. That's normal, right? The question is this is a question. Are the Florida Panthers really as good as they appear to be at home, or are they just feeding off of the energy and the team that we see on the road when they're just playing their straight game? Is that more like the team that we are, or is it obviously somewhere in the middle? We have a lot of road games second half of the season. It is road heavy, lots of them. We're going to have to play better than we've played in the past, and we're certainly going to have to play better than we did in that first period. We're not really trying, the legs are not going. Let's put it that way. And okay, fine. It's a difference in about 100 degrees, 90 degrees difference. What would it be, 70, 80 down in Miami versus 20 below. Hey! Now I'm complaining about it being 15. So, not the best period of hockey, but it's only 2-0. Spencer Knight, the second goal was like Uyghur got in the way with him, and I think it went off of Uyghur's skate. Spencer Knight's not our problem tonight. The team is not moving. They're not going. There's like a couple of guys going and a lot of passengers. Let's get moving, guys. All right, so it's 3-1 Calgary after 2. We did get a little bit of a burst of energy there. Bennett gets a nice goal. And then Frank Vetrano does what Frank Vetrano does. He does two things. He either scores in streaks or he takes stupid penalties, especially in the neutral or offensive zone. And it immediately leads to a power play goal, and Calgary's back in front by 2. Now, since that third line continues to be who knows who, right? It's Lundell, but maybe it's Mammon, maybe it's Tippett, maybe it's Marchment tonight, right? How about next time, maybe it's Frank Vetrano on the bench and Maxton Mammon with Lundell and Marchment. Let's do something like that. Now, let's get this game to overtime. This is still winnable. We can come back and beat this team. But we're gonna have to match their physicality, or we may as well just go home. So in the last game, when we were up 6-0 midway through the second period, I tweeted out, "I wonder if I'm ever going to get to rant again." Now we're not ranting tonight over this schmuck show, but the team is still capable. I'm sure at some point they will find a way. 5-1 Calgary, and okay. First of all, I see a lot of people on Twitter blaming Spencer Knight for this. Guys, did he have a great night? No. Was the rest of the team complete ass? Yes. Okay. Not a situation where that game is abundantly on Spencer Knight. Okay, there's a couple he probably would have wished he would have had to have. I mean, the first one, let's go through it a little bit. The first one was like rebound city. All right, so bad rebound. Nobody's clearing the front of the net. Every goal, for the most part, with the exception of the deflection on the power play, the long shot, ended up basically by the end being Spencer and the Flame alone in front of the net, sometimes with Spencer laying on the ground. So I get the idea to look at it and say he didn't play all that well, and he didn't have a great game, obviously, but at the same time, we were just completely non-existent. All right? Huberdeau had a few shifts, Bennett had a few shifts, but let's face it, nobody was really going tonight. Defensively, we were lax. Okay, we were getting beat all over the place, and we just didn't have the legs going tonight. I saw in the first period a lot of coasting, a lot of standing around. Now, there's a million different cliches. It's to be expected after the long homestand. We went dog sledding yesterday. Calgary was looking for revenge. We don't play that well on the road. What the hell is going on with Spencer Knight? There's a million different reasons. And I'll throw in, is our coach going to ever get this team proven to be a road winner like we are at home? Now, we don't have to kick everybody's ass like we do at home. But now there's 4 games left on this road trip. And now, I was hoping for a 3-1-1 road trip. Well, we got the middle one right out. We're done there. We're good. We've got the loss. We've got the regulation loss out of the way. This was just a bad game all the way around. And really, it would really just be a minor blip on the radar if it wasn't for the fact that we've not played well on the road for the most part this year. The last trip had been better. All right? So let's just come back. We got Thursday, Friday. The assumption would be Bobrovsky's going to play. Now, I do see a lot of people saying Spencer Knight needs to be in the AHL. I don't necessarily disagree. don't necessarily disagree. Okay? And for as much as Bobrovsky has played well, that's fine, but y'all need to keep in mind a little bit, because that was some of the complaints some of us had about Bobrovsky last year. Wasn't necessarily his play, but the contract, in addition with everything else, was going to cost us Drieger, which it would kind of be nice to have a steady, experienced backup goaltender right now, so that Spencer Knight could go to the AHL, work on his game, and play. It's the first night he's been on the ice in 3 weeks. That's not good. That's not how you should be treating your young goaltender. So now we're in this position of either keep throwing him out there at 4 or 5 goals a night, or make some kind of a move. Because for some reason, somebody mentioned this on Twitter, was exactly the thoughts that I was having. What's happening to Spencer Knight this year is what happened to Bob the last 2 years. Where not really playing well, there's definitely flaws there, but at the same time getting no help whatsoever tonight defensively. It was just bad. There's no need to linger on this one. Stu and I will be back in the morning with the review. I'll have the article for the Patreon and the YouTube members. I really, really appreciate that. I think 4 new YouTube members this week alone. So I'm really grateful for that. So now between the Patreon and the YouTube members, I think I'm up to close to 25. So now that I got a decent number for you guys, expect some exclusive live streams there. So if anybody's interested in that, links in the description. And also, I forgot it again. I'm trying to get into the habit of asking people to make sure they hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'm terrible about it. I'm awful about it. So I'm going to say it now at the end, but I'm going to try to remember to say it at the beginning of the videos, because I'm hoping to head towards 1,500 subscribers soon. We're about 1,350 now. Get to 1,500, maybe close to 2,000 by the end of the season. And then I have a goal, not going to lie, goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. All right? By the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. By the end of everybody's playoffs, which hopefully includes the Panthers in the Cup. All right. Got Thursday, we got Friday. Let's just let this one go. This was not a good game, but let's just put this one aside. We can judge this team on how they play on the road by the whole 5 games. Let's not do it with tonight. All right? We got Thursday, Friday. We'll probably see Bobrovsky. Hopefully we'll see Mammon back in, and either Vetrano out or Marchment out, preferably Vetrano. I'd like to see Marchment and Mammon on the same line. Let's see what that looks like a little bit. And just everybody, no big deal tonight. All right? It's just one. Just one. We start talking about his 2 or 3 losses on this trip. Then we can have a discussion about whether this is a viable road team or not. All right, guys. I'll see you again in the morning.